Okay, I am here to do a hopefully quick China percent secrets tutorial. I've never ran the secrets category other than the one time, so who knows? I don't think I'm really that qualified, but I think I'm qualified enough. So anyway, just run forward straight to start Xi'an and fall down the slope. You can jump over this kind of blade thing. Not that health is really a big deal for an area percent. Then you can slide onto the waterfall, and there's a little thing you can do here. If you hold right while falling down this first segment, you can then do a standing jump twist to the right when the camera changes, like right there, and then you'll get pushed right over, right on the edge there, into the wall a little bit. Just a nice little position for the shimmy. And we can shimmy to the first secret, the gold dragon. Pick it up. Now there's a setup. We can hold sidestep all the way to the wall, and then roll. And then press sidestep 4 times to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then sidestep right one more time after that. And then you can buffer with look. So press and hold look. Hold up and right. And then do a running jump with a twist. And that will land you right here. Grab the ledge and shimmy over. And now when you get up, you can press up and then hold jump right and twist. Roll. And then land here like this. And right after that, you want to turn Lara, and you're going to make it so she's not facing this this corner here. You don't want her facing directly that. You want this kind of lined up with the right side of her hair, kind of like it is now here. And then you can do a standing swan dive forward into the water without dying. That was kind of close, but I guess it works. And then we want to jump into this passageway, but watch out, this camera can be funny like this and mess you up. Okay, come in here and pull this lever so we can open up that door there. And then jump over to here and fall down into the water like this. And so we're going to come this way. There are some lions, tigers here that you don't have to kill. I'm just going to kill them for demonstration purposes to get some peace and quiet. So here we need to do something called a shelf bug. So only pull this flare. And we want to get up and press that button. So for a shelf bug, you want Lara's foot, like right here. You want it to be just right before the edge of the corner you're shelf bugging up. You want it right inside. If you have it outside, like over here, that's for a corner bug. This is for a shelf bug, it's just inside. And then you want to turn Lara, so this wall here covers up this gate plus a little more. Get a good angle there. And then just do a standing jump forward with grab, and then hold roll. So standing jump forward, grab, hold roll as she hits the floor, and you'll teleport up to the top. It's pretty simple. You get the right angle. And then you can go over here, push this button, which is a timed button. So just turn around quick and just do your running jumps like here, and get into this door before it closes. Turn this corner and then just kind of watch these spiky balls. And make your way here. Push this button to bring up the floor. Push this button to open the gate. Watch out, they are timed. And now we have a setup here for the Jade Dragon jump. You want to fall back and grab this ledge and then climb up here. And then do a standing twist jump like this. And then turn. Now, I like to kind of try to line up. I'm not sure if this is a great lineup. Okay, so what it actually is, you want to line up and have the M16 lined up with this thick black line here, where there's this kind of like green break around where this kind of yellowy dragon texture is. You have this thick black line, and I like to line up the M16, the butt of the M16 with that black line. And then once that's lined up, you can do a walk step forward. And then you can do a running jump with twist. And then you'll go flying up and land up here. And you can run over and pick up the Jade Dragon. Okay, next we can pull a flare or something and jump over here with a grab. And then jump and grab this before we're rolled by the boulder. Shimmy to the left and pull up. And then we need to find an angle for a slope bug. So what I find useful again with the M16 here, there is this bricky texture on this block here. And on the bottom here, there's 3 tiles, and there's this dark line differentiating these 2 tiles. So what we want to do is turn Lara and turn her enough so that this M16, the edge of the M16 covers up that black line. Just like that, barely covering it up. And then all you have to do is press roll. And from there you backflip twist, and then hold up and grab. Backflip twist, up and grab. And you get the slope bug. It's not too bad once you get a handle on the visual. Then you can turn, do a standing jump up to here, and then head over this way. And then all we do here is push this block. Sidestep to the right, and then you can corner bug through it with a jump, and then pull this lever. And we can pull a flare, backflip twist, and fall in the pit. Flare cancel. Watch the boulder and the camera. Do another jump down to here with a flare cancel. And then go to the left here, and you can do another jump into a flare cancel. Just watch the tigers. And the walls, of course. And now we want to make our way back this way. We have another secret to get. So this time we have to now do a ladder bug over here to climb up. So climb out of the water and then approach this ladder over here on the right. You can jump and grab, and then you can climb up one, and as she's in the middle of her climb animation and her kind of right arm is as deep in the wall as it can be, you want to let go and then hold right. So climb, then let go and hold right, and now you're here embedded in the wall. What you want to do here is turn, not 180 degrees, but you want to turn so you're facing the other way, past 90 degrees, and then press up. So I just like to hold right until I hit the right angle and then just tap up. So hold right, tap up. And then you'll glitch up like this, and the spider will come at you. But then you just want to go this way, fall down here, not too far from the edge, and the spider's a bit annoying, but not too far from the edge, because then what we want to do is roll and fake grab, then roll, and then go forward, roll, fake grab, and roll, and then grab the secret here. And now that's all the secrets in the level. Then what we want to do is we want to take a couple steps forward and get to the edge with a sidestep. And then now we want to do a GG here, which is kind of a odd kind of looking place. There's a seam right here between the tiles, so you want to find this seam between the tiles, and you want to kind of face there. I usually face dead on a little to the left of the seam on this one. And then you jump forward and then press right as you're jumping forward. And as you're hitting the wall, you want to start holding roll. And when you're holding roll, when she hits the ground, she'll teleport up. So up, right, roll. And then you'll get it. From here, you can do a backflip. And then you can do another roll grab. And now you're here. And now you have a choice. Basically, you can go the easy way, which is basically go here and do the shimmy all the way over here. And up. Or you can do a banana jump. So you can get a nice angle and then jump like this and curve around and land here like that. After you do that and get over here, you want to get against this wall. And then you want to sidestep to the right. And then back hop. And then you want to find an angle. Something, I think the visual... God, it's been so long since I've done this. I think you want to look at her legs. And so you're going to want to keep tapping left until there's a decent opening in the legs. Like, not like a 1 pixel opening like this, but like you see a decent triangle like this. And you got that opening. And then after you have that opening, you're looking at this. This kind of shows how tight of a jump this is. So you have this wall with a slope in front of you. We're looking for an angle to jump this way. And as soon as you hit going past this wall, you want to be holding right. Because we're going to banana jump around this blind and grab a ledge after. So once you get this angle, you're going to running jump forward, jump, start holding right to curve, and then late grab at the very end. Like this. Just like that. And yeah, that's about all to explain there. And then you can climb up here. And then I like to pull a flare here. And then running jump if you can fit 2 in. Land here, and then now we have a ladder, which we want to go ahead and ladder bug up over here. So the important thing about this section is the ceiling. If you go too far to the right, you'll hit the ceiling pretty low, and then you're gonna fall down to here rather than grabbing up here, which makes the ladder bug easier and also helps avoid the spikes. So jump kind of to the left, not far to the right, and then shimmy right. And then again, you want to press up, let go halfway through and fall down and land. And then you want to turn and press up at the right time and you'll land here. And you can flare cancel that stumble. Then you can backflip twist, run to the edge of these tiles, and then use walk to stop, and then standing jump, and then land here and standing jump, and land here and almost fall and die, but don't. And then now there's a bit of an annoying glitch here. So what you want to do is get to the edge here. You want to turn, keep turning, tap, 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 tap until the camera changes. And then sometimes she still bonks here if you do that, I think, so I give it another tap or two. So then you want to backflip twist here and grab. And then shimmy all the way right and get up. And then you want to move forward to the edge, and now we need to find the visual. So for this corner bug, it's a funny one. I look at this corner, I'm corner bugging on, and then I look at this kind of outjutting rock section, this flat part, and I'm checking the gap between these two. So this is too big of a gap. We want to tighten it up a little bit. Still kind of too far, so tighten it up a little bit. And then we see it's a pretty small gap, but still decent size. We want to go a little more. And then now we see here, this is like a 1 pixel gap between these two. You don't want them touching. 1 pixel gap might work. I'll give it another tap to the left. You see we have a couple pixels here. Very, very small couple pixel gap is what I'm looking for. And so now what I'm going to do is jump. And we're going to get a little bit of an embed there. We're a little bit in the wall. This is good. And we're not getting taken away by the current. And then what you want to do is a jump with some forward momentum. You don't want to do a forward jump. That would mess it up. But if you jump and then hold forward a little bit of a delay after you jump, then you'll get some extra forward momentum and she'll get kicked into the wall. A normal neutral jump won't do it. So jump and then forward, and then she'll land up here. And then you can turn and press this button. Draw guns, backflip twist, kill this annoying bird. And then do running jumps this way. Here, and then you can get a roll cancel here. And then just turn and jump up these trampolines. On the last one, you want to grab so you don't bonk. Grab. And then you can roll. Running jump up to here. Kill that bird because he's annoying and everyone hates him. And we want to make our way this way to the ladder. Jump up here and climb. And then the next ladder bug is a bit of a different one. It's a little bit annoying because there's a slope on the bottom. So it's not like the other ladder bugs we saw in this level. From here you can backflip twist up into here. And then I recommend saving here if you can't do this ladder bug. What we want to do is turn. And then we want to run forward, jump, and grab. And then shimmy to the right like any other one. This time, when we press up once, and we let go about halfway through the climbing animation, and Lara will start falling down. What you want to do is, as soon as you let go of action, start falling down, just hold upright and roll the whole time. So that's all you got to do. It's about timing, and then just hold those buttons. So up, let go, upright, roll. And there you go. Don't try to time things. Don't just hold right. For me, what seems to work is if I hold just up, right, and roll after I let go. And just let go at the right time. It seems lenient enough. So that's it. Then you can do a running jump over to here, and then come over to this lever here, and pull it. And then back hop, turn, and twist, and come over to here. And now you can do a couple jumps. You can jump over to the left there, which is easier. Or you can jump and grab the platform the key is on, like this. And then you can grab this key. Now what I should have done is pull a flare earlier before this, but you want a flare. And what we want to do is we want to fall down in such a way that we don't do that. We want to fall down in such a way that we hit the slope right here. So what you're supposed to do is go down the slope in a circle all the way to the bottom. We can actually hit the edge of the slope. So then she goes flying off forward and lands on this platform without taking enough fall damage to kill her. And there's a little bit of a setup for that. So you can pull a flare for the cancel if you want. Then you can back hop off with a fake grab. So then she'll be against this wall when she hits that slope. And then you fake grab again
on the next one, and then you hold up left and roll as you're falling down that second slope. So fall back, fake grab again, hold up left roll. And then that's all you need. And you can turn over here and go and use this key, the main chamber key. And you can back hop, jump twist, running jump and jump up here. Again, grab a flare, and then look at this corner. Okay, so what we're going to do here is another couple of visuals. We need to do a corner bug with a roll here. So we're looking at these black tiles, black textures. Right here, there is a black line in between these first two yellow dragon hump things in the texture. We want to take this black line and cover it up with this corner. So just keep tapping right till that black line is covered. And there you go, it's gone. Do a standing jump. And then you can turn again, and now there's this black line here between these that you also want to cover up. So just turn and cover that up. Now this is good. Now what we're going to do is just hold roll. So you're going to hold roll, you're going to hear the tumble sound effect. You're going to keep holding roll till you hear the second tumble sound effect. And then you're going to fall out of the sky, and you can flare cancel. And just make sure you have enough health. So roll, roll, action, flare cancel, and go. So you have to hold action to get out of the wall. I don't think you have to every time, but maybe. I can't remember. But hold action, you get out of the wall. Then you can come over here. Now there's a really difficult glitch called the roll eject. And so I'm going to show that here. So what you want to do is you want to land on that slope like I did. And then land like this. You want to do a back hop and hold roll. So as soon as she hits that slope there, she rolls. And then you want to do 2 steps forward. And then sidestep right. And then turn and find an angle where what we're looking at is this trapdoor here. I'm going to cover this corner of the ladder up with half of that. There's like this little edge of the trapdoor, not the sort of ornate looking see-through part, but there's this kind of thick edge of the thickness of it. You want to cover about halfway of that. So that's covering right on the edge, just a little more. Not too much, but about halfway through that trapdoor tile. And now this is where I would recommend saving. So now what you want to do is hold action, and then you're going to hold roll, and you need to let go of roll at the proper time. So hold action the whole time, so she's prepared to eject out. But you have to let go of roll at the right time. And what you're going to hear is you're going to hear the roll tumble sound effect, and then you have to let go after that. So hold action, like I said, and then you're gonna tumble. After the tumble sound effect is over, let go. I believe it's frame perfect. And the angle that you're looking can also be off and mess you up. There we go. So when you get that really weird looking kind of visual because of the void interaction, I think. Something weird. That's when you get it. And so once you get it, you're going to land on that slope like you saw. And then you need to slide a little bit and then backflip twist and hold grab to grab the next ladder. So it's a little bit after that tumble tumble noise finishes. So you want to hold roll. Oops. Don't want to hold. You want to hold action, then press roll and let go of it after the tumble sound effect, which is very difficult. There we go. Backflip, twist, and grab. And then you want to shimmy 3 times to the left. Get up, and then do 1, 2, if you got the high grab. Then we can save again here. And now there's another glitch, which this one really annoys me. You're supposed to backflip, twist, and grab, shimmy to the right, and then let go, and hold jump and left at the perfect time. So you need to backflip, twist, shimmy to the right, let go when you're in the wall, and then hold jump and left. It's really a stupid, annoying trick. I hate this one too. Because she embeds as you move to the right a little bit on the ladder. And so if you get the timing right, then she'll teleport up on top of the slope. There we go. Okay.
And after that, you can climb up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if you got that high grab I did. Or 6 if you got the high grab and you get an M-Man. 7 if you didn't. And then you can backflip, twist, and roll, and that's the end of Xion. Of course, if you don't want to do really stupid hard strats, you can climb up like right here. And just climb. I think it's like 17 or something. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then backflip. And jump and grab. And do 1, 2, 3. Backflip, twist, and grab. And then you can climb up. Once you get up another 2 above this, you can go over here and fall and jump off the slope. That was the low grab, so now we need 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Backflip. Backflip, twist, and the roll, and that's it. Okay, so what we want to do in Floating Islands is pull a flare, and then we want to do a running jump, and then do 3 steps till the next jump, and then land on that green slope over here, and then jump off it to land down here with the flare cancel and head over to here. So, running jump, 1, 2, 3, land on the slope, jump, like this, then you can pull another flare and run over this way, jump up here, and backflip twist up to grab the secret like this. Basically, what we want to do is come over to here, and we want to make this jump from here all the way down to the green platform below. But right here, this is a slope, which makes it really annoying. And so what you want to do is jump right at the edge here, right before the slope, and then you need a late grab as well to get the distance. So you need to make sure, and you're watching like where this crease is between the slope and the actual ground you can run on. So you need to run up and try to jump right before that as late as you can without getting stuck on the slope, and then late grabbing to actually make the jump. Like this. So make your way over this way, do the jump with the late grab, and then up to the next jump with a late grab if necessary. And what you can do is turn and go up on here and jump with a little bit more height, and you can land this with an M-Man or even not stumble at all. And then come over here and jump up this way. What I like to do is a twist here to run this way, and then run like this over to here. You can also set that jump up. And then do a corner bug here. What you want to do for a corner bug is get Lara's foot so it's just outside the corner like this. So her foot is outside of the corner between these tiles here, and then you can turn that 45 degrees and then do a couple jumps, and then standing jump forward, and then jump with a grab down to this little alcove. I missed that, but whoops, you get the idea. Jump into the alcove, and then you can jump this way and then jump onto the secret right here and pick it up. And now we have the Floating Islands clamp to do. So what we want to do, if you want, you can pull a flare. But what I do is after picking up the secret, I'm faced a little to the right at an angle, and then I do a jump up and right with a twist to land onto the slope, and then press grab to fake grab down to the bottom, and then flare cancel with a side flip to the left. So upright twist, fake grab, and then side flip like this. Then you're against the wall, and then you can tap forward, and she'll take a step forward. Now we're in the low ceiling, and we can turn around with right to get this kind of camera. And then what we need to do is find a lineup. Usually I pull a flare here, it makes it a little brighter, and you can use it to save some time in the void. But you want to turn here, and you're looking at Lara's legs again. Basically, as you turn, you see that this knee is coming closer to her leg here. So you want to do it till it basically lines right up. And you want to do it fast enough so something like this doesn't happen. So we're turning Lara, turning her until it's just about touching, barely touching, maybe like a pixel in there of the wall behind. And then you want to side flip to the right and hold jump and right. Now you're going to start hearing stumbles every now and then. There's a stumble. There's another one, like she's trying to jump and she's in the void jumping. Yeah, after you get that lineup, you just want to keep holding jump and to the right and then count the stumbles. And you're going to get a quick one at start where it sounds like 2 very quick stumbles in succession. I just count that as 1. And you basically want to count to 8. So side flip right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then press roll and you'll pop out. And then go get the secret. So now there is a faster way to do this. After you get this angle, you want to keep holding jump to the right like normal, but now you're going to throw the flare during the sound of that first stumble. And you're going to get some stumbles a lot quicker. So side flip right, flare, and then we got 5 quick stumbles there, 6, 7, 8, and then roll. And then we'll see we'll land on the slope, and that goes much quicker. So, just once again, pull a flare when you're down here, find this lineup where her knee is barely touching her other leg visually, then side flip right, hold, jump, and right the whole time, throw the flare during the first audio stumble, and then make sure you count how fast they go. Again, that was 5, 6, 7, 8, and then press roll. You can pull another flare. You can pull it a little earlier than I did there, and then come and get the secret like this. Now there's an even faster way if you really want to. After you throw the flare and then get those stumbles, then you can turn to the left with A like this. Just turn to the left in the void while you're looking at the black screen. Turn to the left. And then Lara makes like a little kind of stepping noise. Not quite like a stumble, but like a little step noise. And when you hear that kind of turning step sound, then you can press roll. And then so when she kind of bonks out of the void and fall backwards, she'll kind of fall backwards onto the slope quicker than having to stumble your way closer to the slope, if that makes sense. So I'll just show it quickly. Get the lineup, side flip to the right, and throw the flare and cancel. And then you need to wait for 4 stumbles, actually. Just 4 stumbles. And then you can hold left till after you hear that little sound effect, and then press roll. Just like that. Also make sure you heal for this if you're on low health, because you can die. And yeah, that's Clamp. You can come pick up the secret. Make your way down here. We can flare cancel this in an area percent because we got a ton of flares. Run this way, and now there's a couple things you can do here. You can do the harder strategy, which is to jump to the left like this onto here. And you can land up here, standing jump forward, and that's the end of the level. So another way to finish the level is to run forward straight and jump onto that slope over there. You want to do it on the left side because this kind of floor is tilted up to the right. So you can bonk your head on the little platform above us if you go there. So you want to jump here on the left side, onto here, and then you can go turn and jump into the next level. And now that's actually all the secrets. Next is Dragon's Lair and Home Sweet Home, which have no secrets, so I'll just blow through them really quick. If you want to be safe about it, you can pull out the M16 and shoot this guy at the start. Like this. Till he's dead. Makes it a little bit easier on you. You don't have to, we have infinite meds, basically. Not infinite, but we have a lot of meds because it's an area percent. And then you can run this way, and now we need to kill a certain one of these guys, which is this guy all the way on the left against the wall. So usually we'll shoot them like this while walking. And hopefully you don't get attacked too bad. Pick up the cookie, cracker, whatever. And then go and put it in here while everyone is throwing their mouse clickers and stuff at you, and you can just keep healing. A lot more scarier in a full run because you're concerned about meds. Now what we can actually do here is an item combine. So we can come over to this middle water here. Jump into it. We can pick up one of these items like this and then press 5 while you're picking up. So you pull out the harpoon. While you're picking it, you can press 5. And you can get out of the water and press 7, and that combines the harpoon with the grenade. And you can kill him that way. Take the dagger, like this. That Uzi pickup that I did probably wasn't the best one to do it on, but anyway. I didn't time that. I'm not sure how much faster that is, or even if it is faster, but it's more fun, I guess. I don't know. And now we just run this way. You could watch out for fire, but you're gonna have a lot of meds anyway. You don't really need to worry about fire. And keep running this way and make your way to the last level, home sweet home. It's also a pretty straightforward level. You do kind of worry about meds on this one, because you kind of lose all your weapons and stuff that we had at the end of the game. But so start by turning left and pressing look to cancel that camera. Backflip twist and land on this keyhole and use the gun cupboard key. And then turn over here and jump onto this shotgun shell pickup. Picks up like 10 of them. And back hop to this one. Back up to this one. You can turn if you're going for a 1 med strat, because if you turn like this, you can standing jump forward onto this med. If you're going for 2 meds, you can side flip to the right without turning onto that med against the wall. Or whichever one you land on. Yeah, that, and then you can pick up the second one that I'm on. Now normally right after that, you're gonna turn here and shoot balcony Bob, and then jump over the balcony and say goodbye to Bob. Okay, normally that dog's not there because I was taking some time, but you want to run all the way to the back of the mansion because there are these 2 bastards back here that would take their sweet time to show up. This dog and this gunman. Kill both of them. My health is kind of horrible. You're usually going to get a couple of these melee weapon guys coming back here now at this point, and you just want to keep running back around the mansion. And then we're going to come up to the garden. Usually no one else really shows up, maybe a melee guy here, but you want to go towards the garden, shoot the dog and the gunman in the garden. And then we're going to go to the front of the mansion, and right then, when we go to the front, we basically want to run inside. So we kill the garden people. And kill whoever shows up here. And then you can come this way, and you usually want to run inside. Like this, because normally there's a gunman or a dog in here. And then there's a ton of gunmen outside. So it's kind of just like free range shooting on you if you don't go inside right there. And after they're all dead, you come back this way, where the big boss always spawns to the side. And you can kill him with, like, 1 HP left. You can do those fast shooting shots if you want, and have the health, where you look away to break the aim, and she shoots faster otherwise, but... yeah, that's about it. Sorry, this tutorial is kind of scuffed as hell, but here we are. China Secrets, have fun, yay! And then you can do a running jump forward with twist and land on the trampoline, but you'll get sent backwards toward the Jade Dragon because of the twist. Do this. Okay, that's not quite right. Those are some things I'm kind of making up on the spot, I think. But yeah, running jump twist. Which again, it didn't work. So, again, something like that. What the fuck? Then you can roll, and then you can backflip twist and hold grab. That didn't work. Okay, so next we want to run over here with a flare. So next we want to run over here with a flare. Grab and up after doing the backflip twist, and she'll get the slope bug. No, she won't. And hold grab and up, and you should get the slope bug. No. And what we're going to do is do 1 jump, like this, and you're going to see she doesn't start embedding. So I was wrong, so ignore me. So tap back right again, and get that 1 pixel, I guess. Sometimes I feel like it changes. Maybe I'm crazy. But then we want to jump once and fail. Fail! Fail! A jump, and after a small delay, hold forward, so she kind of moves forward a bit more in the jump like this. That was embarrassing. But I'm very bad at this one as well.
What the? Fall down here and run over this way and med and make sure you don't die. But make this jump, late grab with a flare cancel, run up here and do another jump here. And a lot of times you need to late grab this. That jump, if you don't get a very, very late jump before it, you usually have to late grab that one. And that's an example of jumping too late. So make your way over this way, do a jump with a late grab, quick stumbles, and you can count quicker. After those quick stumbles, then you can turn to the right and then roll.